Hey guys, I'm Debbie Marcantonio with eXp Realty, and I am so excited that you're joining me today. Today, I'm going to walk you through a roadmap on what it takes to buy a home and all the steps that you'll need to take. So let's get started. So first, let's talk about, are you ready to buy? So what are some of the things that you're going to need? Well, first you'll need a steady income, low to medium debt, cash for down payments and closing costs, 2 months of pay stubs, bank statements, 2 years with the same company or in the same industry. Let's talk about what happens when you go for your pre-approval process. So the first thing I do want to mention is that you want to select a really good lender, somebody who's responsive and also accessible. As a real estate agent, it's going to be my job to communicate with the lender through the entire process and make sure that the deal is moving along. So we definitely want a lender who is really good and very responsive and answers their phone. What they'll have you do is fill out a loan application. So make sure you have the following approval documents ready: your pay stubs, your bank statements, your tax returns, proof of employment, and of course, you will want a good credit score. So then your home search will begin. How exciting. Love it. So let's talk about what's important to you in a home. So we'll be discussing location. Location meaning maybe what are some of your favorite towns? What price are you comfortable at? Do you need to be near transportation, such as buses or a train into the city? How many bedrooms and bathrooms are you interested in? Maybe what kind of style home you want. So are you wanting a colonial or maybe a ranch? Maybe what are some of the important features, such as do you want a 2-car garage or a finished basement? And do you need to be near schools? Very, very important if you have kids. So we've seen some homes and you've seen the one. Yay! Let's submit an offer. So what will happen when we submit an offer? So in the offer, we'll include the price that you'd like to offer, as well as the down payment. Any special seller requests, such as sometimes a seller will request post-occupancy. So what that means basically is that the seller wants to stay in the home for a little while after the closing. Are there any contingencies, such as maybe do you need to sell your home? What will the closing date be? What's included in the home, such as washer and dryer or a chandelier in the dining room? And what will happen is that your offer will either be accepted, it'll be counter offered, or it will be declined. And we'll work through all of these options as they come at us. So when your offer is accepted, yay, that is amazing. It's hard to get an accepted offer in this market right now, but we're getting it done. So what happens when your offer is accepted? So basically, we'll enter a 3-day attorney review period. Sometimes it's a little bit less, sometimes it's a little bit more. I have to stress, though, how important it is to get an amazing real estate attorney, somebody who knows what they are doing. And believe it or not all of them do, unfortunately, but a really good real estate attorney, I would say, is probably the most important, or if not as equally as important as getting a really good lender. The attorney will move the deal along and will ensure all the parties are on board and nothing is slacking. Okay, after the attorney review period is over, we will schedule your inspection. The inspector will come out to the property. They will go through the entire property, preferably with you. So if you are able to attend the inspection, I always recommend it. So what will happen after the inspection is that the inspector will send you an inspection report. It can be anywhere from 20 pages all the way upwards of 60 pages. and everything in between. Don't be alarmed. It sometimes can be a very intimidating and scary looking report. Like, is the house gonna fall apart? No, it won't. Hopefully not. But don't get scared. It's totally normal to find a bunch of things wrong with a house. What will happen is that we'll walk through the report and we'll decide what repairs or issues we want to go back to the seller on. And the seller will either come back and say, okay, I will repair all of these items, or they'll say, nope, not repairing anything, or anywhere in between. Maybe they'll say, well, I'll repair some of these items, but not these items. Or they'll say, well, I'll give you a credit for some of these items. So it is a negotiation. There's sometimes a little bit of back and forth, but it will get done. So don't let that stress you out. Also, at the similar time, you will need to put your initial deposit down. The balance of the deposit will be due at closing. This is just your initial deposit, and usually is about anywhere from 25 to 50% of your total deposit. At some point, your lender will request an appraiser come out to the property to perform an appraisal. You do not need to attend this. But I will let you know when that happens. You will need to pay for this in advance. You will also need to have an home insurance agent that you will be requesting home insurance with, and the lender will need to be involved in this process since you'll need to submit your insurance documents to your lender. Throughout the process, you also need to stay in touch with your lender and finalize any other details. Don't be alarmed if your lender requests what seems like the same documents over and over again. It happens. So don't be discouraged. It's normal. They do request a lot of documents. Once you do get your commitment letter, so you will get your commitment letter once everything underwriting is taken care of and all the conditions are met. We will then schedule a walkthrough. So in the walkthrough, what we're looking at really is that there hasn't been damage from the time we went to the inspection up until that date. We'll also ensure that any repairs that we requested during inspection, that they were all taken care of. And it's another opportunity to really look through the property and just make sure everything looks okay. So let's talk about the closing costs. Now, I always recommend when you initially start talking to your lender that you request the breakdown of the closing costs. Most really good lenders will give you the breakdown or something called a good faith estimate. In this estimate, it will pretty much break down all of these costs. Some of them are estimate costs, some of them are estimates, some of them are actual, but your lender should be able to give you this particular breakdown. Some of the things include your attorney, your property appraisal, home inspection, processing and underwriting fee, lender fee, loan discount fee, recording fee, settlement officer fee, title insurance, document preparation fee, escrow taxes and insurance, prepaid interest, and credit reports. Some of these items will need to be paid for prior to closing, such as your appraisal and inspection, and some of these items are paid for at settlement or at closing. Don't be alarmed. It seems like a lot of fees, but well, when you're purchasing a home, there definitely is a lot involved and a lot of parties involved. Okay, closing day. I love closing day. So this is the biggest day of your life. It's super exciting. Your attorney or title company will verify that all of the paperwork matches the purchase contract. That is the contract that we initially sent to the listing agent as our offer. So all of that pretty much has to match. You will need to bring your ID with you, and anyone who's going to be purchasing the home needs to be present at the closing. You'll want to make sure that you bring a certified check with you, or you'll need to wire your down payment and your closing costs. However, I have to stress, do not wire money unless you speak to your attorney first. Wire fraud is on the rise, so be really careful and really vigilant, because we want to make sure that you are not wiring money to the wrong person. So make sure if you do get wiring instructions that you speak to your attorney first. Okay, I will remind you of that. And then I'm going to give you a big congratulations because you're a homeowner. Woohoo! It is so exciting to finally own your home. And it's just a wonderful experience. Sometimes the process can get a little overwhelming, a little stressful, or a lot stressful, but I will be with you every step of the way. I will hold your hands, and we will make sure to make this a fun and exciting process. I'm Debbie Marcantonio with eXp Realty. I really hope this was helpful for you. I would love to be able to help you find an amazing home. I primarily work in Bergen County. I've been here for over 30 years. Absolutely love it here. So if you're looking at Bergen County, feel free to give me a call. If you're looking at outside Bergen County, I'm happy to recommend another amazing agent for you. So yeah, thank you so much for joining me. I hope you have an amazing day, and let's go find your home. Take care. Bye-bye.